she cut you off? I don't think she has, but yet you continue to trash her.
OK, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, mate, but not my
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry.
Piers Morgan has lost his job on Good Morning Britain because he walked out of the studio.
The biggest breaking news story this town has ever seen. And I gotta go. Sorry, Jack. Susan, it's all yours.
Was it a calculated decision, or was it a knee-jerk reaction to something that had made him angry? Was it his ego getting the better of him? We have to own and take responsibility for our actions and make sure that we are aware of the consequences before we take them. And there's nothing more pathetic than someone bitching and whining about the consequences of an action they've taken when they should have known that in the first place. When I used to work in security in the hospitality sector, back when that was a thing, very often we would escort a angry gentleman off the premises because he'd been fighting, and these guys would get very angry and say, "Oh, why are you kicking me out? I was only fighting because the guy spoke to my girlfriend, or because he touched her, or he did such and such to the guy's partner." And I would question these men and say, "Are you telling me if you knew you would be chucked out, you wouldn't have stuck up for your girlfriend?" And there's no real easy answer to that. They have to either acknowledge, well, actually, no, she doesn't mean that much to me, and if I knew I'd get kicked out, I wouldn't have done it. Or they have to own the action and own the consequences of their behaviour. And when you word it like that, and they get their head around the fact that, yes, I did have a fight, I knew that it would lead to me being chucked out of the venue, but I decided to do so anyway because the honour of my girlfriend in my drunken state is worth it. And when you frame the behaviour in that way, you can respect it and you can understand it. I don't think Jesus, when he found out that he would face the death penalty for preaching his message of peace, would have had any second thoughts. I don't think he would have said, "Oh, maybe I better shut up now. Maybe I'll just keep this quiet." No, he knew exactly the consequences of his actions and the consequences of preaching his message. And he carried on because he believed in it.
I'm being...
Sorry.
I wonder if Piers Morgan had thought it through when he decided to walk out of the studio. If you're very sceptical, you might think he planned the whole thing and was thinking of quitting his job anyway and thought now's an opportune moment to leave. I'm sure wherever he goes next, he'll be on the same pay packet, if not more, and he's probably not strapped for cash anyway, so he's the sort of individual that can afford to walk out of a job. But only he will know what his thought process was. But when you see other stories, other similar stories, like this chap in Russia, he has been sentenced to 8 years in prison for killing a paedophile in an attempt to rescue children. And the guy says, "I have no regrets." And you have to respect that, whether you agree with revenge attacks or eye for an eye or whatever. Personally, I don't. But when someone says, "I stand by my actions," as harsh as the consequences have been, and this guy's facing 8 years of his life behind bars, it would be hard to respect someone who came begging and pleading pathetically, "Oh, please, I was just trying to defend someone." No. What a courageous man he said, "You know what? I'm behind bars, but I regret nothing." You have to respect an individual that can stand by his actions like that, no matter what. An example that sprang to mind was the headbutt from Zinedine Zidane in the World Cup, when he seemingly finally loses it after being goaded by the Italian player, and he then headbutts the guy in the chest, and you just know that's a red card, a straight red, and he must have known. But I wonder, in the couple of seconds before he made that decision, did he say to himself, I know it's the World Cup final, I know millions are watching, and this is going to make me unpopular, but my honour means I have to do this? Or did he just see the red mist and lose control? It's the same action, but the explanation behind it, the ownership of the action, makes it so much more respectable, to me anyway. So there's my advice for the day. Own your actions. Understand the consequences and do it if that's what you want to do. When Piers Morgan walked out of the studio, I hope it was a calculated decision and he knew what he was doing. And every time Piers Corbyn, my favourite Piers, rocks up at a protest and he knows he's going to be hit with another 10 grand fine that he's not going to pay, he doesn't bitch about it. He knows it's going to happen. He does it anyway because he's standing up for something that he believes in. And whether you agree with him or not, you have to respect that conviction.